kind of like a cattle drive, but for pigs. What I'm going to be calling a waddle drive.
Just stick their whole head in there. This is
Watch
good.
it get stuck.
This is a Kodak moment right here.
Oh, good, 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 good. The goal here is not to slip on the mud and the poop.
Poop, yep. There's something about pig poop that's really
Now
slick.
it's stuck up there. This is turning out to be a lot more complicated. Hey there you go, folks. I'm Sean the Modern Yeoman, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Yeostead for a very busy and novel day here. These pigs that you see behind me are hungry. They're angry. You might be asking why they're hungry. Well, I haven't fed them yet. Why haven't I fed them? Well, that's going to come into play later, but essentially we're moving them from this run where they've been for the past 3 weeks, month or so. As you can see, they've done a good job of cleaning this whole area up and bringing it down to mud. It's time for them to move. So we're going to be moving them from here down to this area down here, over there. And that move is going to be made without fencing, kind of like a cattle drive, but for pigs. What I'm going to be calling a waddle drive. We're going to move these pigs down there where I'll have a fence waiting for them, and then I'll set up their normal fence once they're contained in the temporary fence. So there's a lot of steps involved, and hopefully we'll be able to complete all of them today, but the order of operations is essentially going to go first. I've got to weed whip this area to get a good lane going for them. Second is I'm going to borrow one of the fences from the chicken run and move it up there as kind of a temporary landing zone for the pigs, where I'll move their food and they'll be in there. And then once they're in that temporary landing zone, then I'm going to take this fence right here, their current fence, and I'm going to take my time and move that in to create their new area, which they are going to love, man. That's a pig paradise over there. They'll have so much mud and foliage to eat. And as you can see over here, my goodness, are they ever due to move. So most of this, I mean, it's a lot of work. Most of it shouldn't be too hard, just lots of labor. The really tricky part is going to be that brief moment when we move them without the fence. That's why I'm making sure they're nice and hungry, because I want them to be completely food motivated when they don't have a fence surrounding them and we're trying to move them down to their new pen. It's something we haven't done. I'm hoping it goes off well, but let's get to work. Let's see if this will work. We got the fence, the temporary fence right there. And what we're going to do is set this temporary fence up right here, just a small area. And this is going to be the collection zone for the pigs. They're nice and hungry. We're going to set their food down here. We're going to hook this temporary fence up with electricity. And then we're going to make that cattle drive, the waddle drive.
So how big is the end stage one?
The end stage, I'll be able to piece that out, but I imagine it'll probably go around this tree here, this big tree,
right?
the sycamore tree, and go maybe across this little dry stream bed and come around here.
Gotcha.
And we'll put their shelter probably in that corner right there.
All right.
This is great.
Man, they'll love it.
This is
and they'll chew it up too.
Elysium for pigs.
So 0 hour approaches.
So the pigs are getting restless. They're nice and hungry. We'll move that shelter later on. That's not urgent. But I think the first thing we're going to want to do, turn off the power and unhook it from there, move it down into the woods where it's hooked onto the temporary fence, where we will hook it onto the temporary fence. I got some electrical tape. And at that point, it's opening up the fence with the food, getting their food ready.
Filling up the food bucket and getting our food motivated pigs.
Exactly. So let's get going. I mean, this is the time to do it. Let's do it. So you can hear them. They know that food's on its way. Dad's holding the food. And so what we decided to do is we're actually going to feed them first, or bring them down to their new pen first. And then while they're occupied with food, I'll have enough time to bring the new line down, the new electrical wire. But this is the moment of truth right now. The fence is turned off. I know, this is exciting. Okay, guys, here we go.
Yeah, they're drooling.
Hey, boys. Hey, here, pig, pig. Here, pig, pig. Here, pig, pig.
Look.
I think they associate me with food.
They do. Hey, pork, beans.
Pork.
Hey, pig. Over here. Come on, boys. Oh, smell that? Come on. Here we go. Come on, boys.
Here, I'll take them. Oh, good.
Come on, pork.
Here, pig. Nice and steady. Come on. Good job. There you go. They're a little more curious than I thought. Here, you want to hold this? I'll get it.
Yeah.
So we got to act fairly quickly. Shoot.
Yeah, I'll have to grab up some slack.
Yeah.
That's okay. They're going to be occupied for a little bit.
Well, we got to do two things. We got to close this gap somehow.
Yeah, maybe bring that one in. Yep. Just make it a smaller circle. Yep.
And then we got to...
Ooh, close. Get the line down. Huh. One of them's kind of curious.
Okay, we're still on the clock. The goal here is not to slip on the mud and the poop.
Yep. There's something about pig poop that's really
Now
slick.
it's stuck up there. This is turning out to be a lot more complicated.
All right, Nana Jana's got some treats for Frank and Beans.
Distracted.
Yeah, we're keeping we're keeping them occupied while some technical difficulties are being addressed by Sean. Apparently they like peanuts right in the shell.
They do, yeah. Just crunch on down with them.
Yeah.
This is the last of my batch, but I got y'all some unsalted ones too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, boy, they do like those.
Peanuts.
So there was something going on up there that we couldn't quite get on camera. What was happening?
So we had, and I'll probably show film of it, but our spool of line got tangled up.
Oh.
So I made the decision to do the pig drive first, then do the line. That was probably a mistake. I should have done the line
note to
first,
self next time.
and then done the pig drive. But it ended well. Nana Jana over there helped out a ton getting that untangled.
Nice.
Well, I got this side hooked up and the side at the actual hot box itself, which is on the barn.
Yeah, and it's hitting at full bars now.
Tried it out. It's hitting really hard. So these pigs, if they touch that fence, they should squeal.
Yep.
But the hardest part of this is done, and that was getting these boys down here. Thanks to you, Dad, and thanks to Nana Jana for helping out.
So now we can just kind of take our time.
Now I'll take my time getting that fence up, their fence, not the bird fence, but their fence. I'll get it up, and I will take the weed whipper and the chainsaw attachment with me as I go, but I'll make a nice big area around here. While you were going down, while you were leading them, they were a little bit, you should have seen it, Jana, because they were interested in the food, but they were also like looking around.
Kind of looking around too.
They could have bolted, they could have went, but they didn't.
It's good that they didn't have a heavy breakfast. They were really food motivated.
Yeah. Boy, they're happy. They're so ready for new ground.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get it, boys. Oh yeah. So we did get some hose line down here. It's downhill, down into these woods. So it has no problem with pressure, but it's not quite long enough to reach their pen. I feel like one more, what do you think, 50 foot, 75 foot?
Yeah, well, especially that perimeter is going to be closer to us.
That perimeter is going to be closer.
So, yeah.
So one more 50-foot hose,
We'll
one
be
more
plenty.
75-foot hose. We should be plenty to have. And I use a quick connect, which I showed in a previous video, where it's easy to have a point up there where I unhook it. But until then, I'm just feeding them with the old-fashioned way, the bucket. I did turn the fence off.
Here's another one.
Oh, I don't know if we'll need both.
No, not if you're just filling up that one tray.
But actually, they may tip it over, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. just
Or
drink right out of the bucket.
That works too.
Just stick their whole head in there. This is
Watch
good.
it get stuck.
This is a Kodak moment right here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I kind of figured that would happen. We can see what they've done in the past 3 weeks, months that they've been here. Compare it with the foliage over here. Look at what they've done, which is what they do, what pigs do, what we wanted them to do. We probably let them go a little too long in this run just because I'd been traveling so much, but hey, we moved them. It was successful. Now to build their new fence. Here's where the line got tangled up. I didn't think ahead enough, but we were able to get it fixed. Now, my goal is to get this fence line up and bring it down to the new pig zone. Okay, we got the first fence up for the pigs, the actual fence, the actual pig fence, not the temporary fence. You can see it here. And Dad and Jana did a really good job of clearing this area out for them. So we got a lot of extra slack. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the second fence in. We'll have plenty of room for them. Next stop, next action is getting this down. So we're gonna see if we can do it. Oh,
What? From here, it just looks like it's moving on its own.
nope. No, sir. Well, it's been a long day. We spent all day doing this, and I couldn't have done it without you, Dad.
Oh, happy to help.
And Nana Jan, I'm not sure where she is right now. She's probably off doing more work. So thank you, Nana Jan, I appreciate it. And thank you, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go feed the boys in their new pen, their new run. But I think it's fair to say that they're happy down there.
They are real happy in that pen.
They love it down
there. I was
there.
just down there a minute ago, and they love it.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, I got them a wallow. I put a wallow in. I took a couple buckets down and gave them a wallow right in the middle of it. But once it gets raining, there's a natural stream that runs through there anyways. Yeah, so they'll have plenty to splash around in once we get some rain, which we've been getting a lot of rain lately. So either way, it's been a long day. Couple times where it got a little contentious, but we made it through. We had a successful.
And you got to expect that anyway.
Yeah.
That just comes with the territory.
Not cattle drive, but waddle drive.
Right.
Successful pig drive. It turned out okay. They're down there. It's a lot of work. Next time we move them, it'll be down there in the woods, so we won't need to go through all the song and dance and choreography of the extra fence.
Right. Just kind of hopscotch.
We'll just kind of move it along.
Sure.
So they're going to be down there probably for the rest of their lives, down there in the woods. But we'll move them around slowly down there. But appreciate you guys hanging out with us, rooting us on. And until we see you guys again next time, remember, as always, slowly, slowly.